We're now beginning Audio 2 of Level 1 to Certification. The water beverage we drink. About the water we drink. Scientists are guided by the safety threshold of each chemical to render the water safe to drink. What no one knows is the safety threshold and risk of the synergistic effect of the hundreds of chemicals, many well-known carcinogenics, in the water we drink. In addition, the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, proposed in 2000 to reduce the limit of arsenic presently allowed in drinking water from 50 parts per billion to 5 parts per billion, in an effort to safeguard and reduce cancer risk for 22 million Americans. This was based on a study done in 1999 by the National Academy of Science. The study found that arsenic in drinking water caused lung, bladder, and skin cancer and might cause kidney and liver cancer. To this date, 2015, no action has been taken to reduce the arsenic level in our drinking water. Arsenic is an element found in nature. It has no taste or smell. Arsenic has been linked to lung, skin, urinary tract cancer. Although sometimes found in its pure form as a metal, arsenic is usually a part of inorganic chemical compound. It has been used to treat building materials, arsenic-treated wood. Though this was stopped in 2003. The inorganic form of arsenic is the most toxic and known to cause cancer. Arsenic from the ground can get into drinking water, mainly into wells. Public water supplies are tested to be sure arsenic levels are low. Arsenic may also be found in organic form in fish and shellfish. This may account for a significant intake of arsenic in humans. These compounds are much less toxic than the inorganic arsenic compounds. Organic forms of arsenic have not been linked to cancer. Fluorides and other damaging toxic chemicals in our daily life and found in water at what was acceptable in 1943, 1 part per million. Water fluoridation in the United States began in 1945. Fluorides are compounds that combine the element fluorine with another substance, usually a metal. Examples include sodium fluoride, strontium fluorides, and fluoride monofluorophosphate. Once in the body, fluorides are absorbed in the digestive tract. They travel through the blood and tend to collect in areas high in calcium, such as the bones and teeth. Some fluorides are found in nature, in soil, air, or water, although the levels of fluoride can vary widely. Just about all water contains some level of fluoride. The major source of fluoride for humans are water and other drinks, food, and fluoride containing dental products, toothpaste, mouthwash, etc. What many people don't realize is the 1 part per billion in water increases in every glass of water we drink. For example, 1 glass of water equals 1 part per million. 2 glasses of water equals 2 parts per million. And 10 glasses of water at one setting equals 10 parts per million at well-known cancer-causing levels. To the chemist, fluoride is the most reactive of the elements, combining violently with whatever it contacts, creating havoc on equipment, and is lethal in the smallest quantity. Their salt, the fluorides, are thus still among the most toxic of substances, acting as an efficient poison for rat, roaches, or for humans. It is well known to be a dangerous drug and known to be a cumulative poisonous, even when consumed in minute quantities. Although fluoride affects other organs easier or earlier, it takes from 10 to 25 years for the cumulative effect of fluoride to manifest on bones. Research from the 1950 clearly demonstrates an antagonism between iodine and fluoride. In April 1955, the National Fluoridation News wrote, quote, "We also shown in another experiment that the calcium metabolism is greater affected by fluoride, since the bones pick up 30% less calcium in the presence of fluoride. The danger of osteoporosis, which is softening of the bones, is in a growing organism is very, very great." Unquote. Research from 1930, 1940, and 1950 illustrated the connection with fluoride and cardiovascular disease, mother teeth, early gingivitis, liver cancer, bleeding gum, crooked teeth, endocrine disruptor, which equals thyroid problems, periodontal disease with result in loss of teeth. It is clear to see that fluoride effects are governed by a concentration in the tissue rather than in the water. Everyone should know by now not to drink tap water unless it is filtered because of the chemicals needed to sterilize it. Most of those chemicals are known carcinogens, so it is a good idea to charcoal filter not only the water we and our pets drink, but in addition, we recommend for those with immune deficiency, cancer, fibromyalgia, lupus, or just wanting to practice good preventive health to exchange their shower heads with one that is charcoal filter, the water. The steam of hot water from a shower makes any chemicals in the water easily to inhale, so we suggest filtering those chemicals out. Also, pay attention to any synthetic beverage that you drink, since you're drinking petrol drinks with a side effect of inflammation and the ability to turn your body to an acidic state. Both inflammation and acidosis are associated with many of our illnesses. The beverage we drink. Any beverages with an ingredient list of large words are not created by nature. They're created in laboratories with synthetic petrochemicals that should not be consumed. Not as well labels with inert ingredients, which are known proprietary chemicals that do not have to be listed, identified by manufacturer. Most of these synthetic petrochemicals are well-known corrosive chemicals, which means caustic, corroding, erosive, abrasive, burning, stinging, destructive, damaging, harmful, and harsh. One of the questions we ask in consultation if someone is drinking soda is, do you have acid reflux yet? Years of practice and observation has taught us that if they do not have acid reflux now, sooner or later they will. Soda is the most acid substance besides dead animal meat that some of us consume without the knowledge that we're feeding inflammation, cancer cells, and other debilitating illnesses. The solution is to drink anti-inflammatory drinks and beverages that maintain our body in an alkalized state. First, we have to give up what is now recognized as the most addictive substance known, sugar. Not easy, but it can and should be done if you're looking for a healthy life. The products, the meds we use. The plant-based CAM practitioner consultant promotes awareness of side effects of the medications taken, and we try to find the non-toxic options that plant-based medicines offer. This is where the PB CAM consultant can be an important guide. The fact is, if you need a pill, you need a pill. But it's a good idea to find the best non-toxic approach to our illness. We recommend for learning purpose that you take your favorite product from aromatherapy plugins to your favorite insecticide, cleaning products or personal products, and Google your product name followed by the Material Safety Data Sheet, MSDS. You will be provided with the exposure risk of that product or products in your home environment so you can make a choice, choosing what is best for your individual home and personal environment. We prefer plant-based products. Many are easy to make and can be used for cleaning as insecticide, for personal products, and more, with the benefits of being antibacterial, antiseptic, antimicrobial, and with the added bonus of their relaxing effect. This is the best way to change your indoor air quality from toxic to non-toxic, as you will see from viewing the blending videos for level 1. There are many products that we use unknowingly that are connected to many of our present-day illnesses. In our practice, we begin to reduce these debilitating product chemicals and replace them with plant-based products that we either teach the individual how to make or we make them for their use. The massive numbers of damaging chemicals and chemical cocktails in daily use products could be mind-numbing to anyone trying to recognize what products' exposures could cause harm. We make it easy. We simply replace any product that has an ingredient list of names that don't grow in nature. We choose natural bases as the delivery method and plant essential oils as the active ingredients. We are exchanging toxic, debilitating chemical products for plant-based natural health products. This concept will become clear as we begin our blending sessions later in our program and begin to blend and take home products to replace and reduce the environmental toxins in our daily life. We begin with triclosan, and the state of Minnesota, which became the first state in the early 2015 to ban the use of this very damaging synthetic antibacterial chemical, which is widely used in antibacterial products such as gels and soap. Because of the scientific studies and published papers connecting this chemical with bone muscle tissue loss, liver cancer, thyroid disruption, and more. But follows some of the science warnings on triclosan. Phthalates and male infertility. Quote, baby boys whose mothers were exposed to chemicals called phthalates during pregnancy may be at increased risk of future infertility according to new studies. Phthalates are commonly used to make plastic more flexible. They're also found in certain food containers, detergent, soap, and shampoos. So you can check this link for additional information on the studies. Warnings, your antibacterial soap and gel can be cancer-causing. Triclosan has been incorporated in consumer products for more than 30 years. According to the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, a CDC study found triclosan present in the urine of 75% of the people tested. You want to check that study also. Solution. The plant-based health option to use in triclosan is 10 drops each of plant-based essential oils of peppermint or lavender in aloe vera gel solution per ounce of, or the same drops, 10 drops per ounce of any vegetable glycerin soap. Or you can continue to do it the old-fashioned way by washing your hands with regular hand soap. It continues to be as effective as the use of health-damaging chemicals. It is easy to make a change. It is easy to have an option. The following is a list of 22 chemical-based home use products and information provided in their material safety data sheet. Many of them we can replace with plant-based options, as we will be learning in our upcoming blending sessions. Deadly household chemicals. Air freshener. Most air fresheners interfere with our ability to smell by coating our nasal passage with an oil film or by releasing a nerve-denting agent. Non-toxic chemicals found in air fresheners: formaldehyde, synthetic phenol. Incidentally, there was a case where a person was continuously tearing. Their eyes were continuously tearing, and they could not use the drops that the doctors prescribed to them because it brought their blood pressure up. So what we began to do is we began to connect chemical exposure and what chemicals can cause teary eye, and chemicals in air fresheners pop up. We asked the question, do you use air freshener? The wife says yes, he has them all over the house. The whole house smells like different air fresheners. So we asked him to take the air fresheners and throw them out and open the windows, gas off the home, and so forth. And his condition disappeared. So he had a condition that's chemically induced with a chemical in his environment that he was on prescription medication to take that gives him a side effect, that he needs to take another prescription and so on. So yes, environmental toxins inside a home is causing many of the illnesses, and it is a good job to check and eliminate as the cause of whatever illnesses chemicals in an environment. That's being overlooked right now in many consultations. Another chemical we use is ammonia to clean the glass and the mirrors in the bathroom. It's a very volatile chemical. It's damaging to your eyes, respiratory tract. Symptoms include eye, nose, and throat irritation, breathing difficulty, wheezing, chest pain, pulmonary edema, skin burns, and vesiculation. Now, this is what we expose in our home environment that is enclosed every time we clean anything, glass or mirrors. And it accumulates with the next chemical, bleach, which is a strong corrosive, which we know we can't mix together ammonia and bleach because we have nerve gas. But we do, and it concentrates to a degree in an enclosed environment. when we clean our toilets with bleach and clean our mirrors with and glass with ammonia. So we're able to replace that very easily, as you will see in our blending sessions. Toxic blending, non-toxic product blending. Then we have, I'm going to let you read a few of this. We have the carpet and upholstery shampoos. Um, we have the dishwasher detergent, which happens to be one of the best cancer cocktails that we can make in our home. Anybody opening uh, the dishwasher in the midstream, if you're using any of the commercial dishwasher, you're going to get a good hit of good cancer-causing cocktail chemicals. So it's good to do away with this and go to options that we will talk again in non-toxic products. Well, the option here is actually um, you got to remember when the dishwashers were first manufactured, they were made not for us to put the places there full of food and expect it to clean out because there's no drainage for food. There's no garbage disposal. It's just a drain for water. So anything that you put for food there, it will remain there on the bottom. So it was made for you to do your hand cleaning with the dishwashing soap, and then we use the dishwasher um, uh, as a heating source to kill bacteria um, with its cycles. We got a little lazy through the years, and we left food in there in the plates, and of course the manufacturers give us now a product that dissolves food, but research shows that it's actually in the plate uh, and mixing with the food that we're eating, and yes, they're carcinogen. So we want to do away with any of those chemicals and do the cleansing of the dishes by hand, and then we might squeeze a lemon, a fresh lemon, and that's it. Now, lemon juice is antibacterial, antivirals, and it cleans wonderfully without leaving any spots on glasses or dishes or so forth. So that's an option for this. Then we have drain cleaners. Most drain cleaners contain lye, hydrochloric acid. Lye is a caustic which burns skis and ice. We know this. Drain cleaners are powerful. That's what they need to be to do the cleaning in the drain. But a substitute for this will be the use of baking soda. You just put the powder on top of whatever clog. Even if it's water, it will go down to the drain. So you just throw some baking soda on the clogged drain, and then follow up with white vinegar. Remember the volcano in fifth grade class? It would begin to bubble up, and that cleans and declog any clogged drain. Now, to maintain this, so you don't have to worry about the drain, you do this monthly as a preventive, and very healthy. You're not throwing any more chemicals into your environment, mixing with the bleach and mixing with the ammonia, and you're exchanging chemical oxygen in the air that feeds your cells with plant-based air. So there's quite a difference there. I'm going to let you read furniture polish, mold and mildew cleaners, oven cleaners, laundry room products, toilet bowl cleaners, pesticides, flea powder. In flea powders, we use it on our dogs and then we hug them. Now here's what we're hugging. Here's what our children are picking up in their skin. Contains carbaryl, which is very toxic and causes skin, respiratory, cardiovascular system damage. They contain chlordane, which accumulates in the food chain, may damage eyes, lung, liver, kidney, and skin. And diclofenac is known to cause skin irritation and may damage liver, kidney, spleen, and central nervous system. These are flea powders. Remember also our dog is inhaling this. So it's an easy thing for us to exchange because fleas don't like the smell of lavender essential oil, and ticks don't like the smell of rosemary. So all we have to do is take our own shampoo, and if we're looking for powder, then we can take cornstarch, and then place in there 10, 20 drops of lavender and 10, 20 drops of rosemary per ounce of shampoo, and per ounce of the powder of cornstarch, and we shampoo the dog with that and leave 5 minutes, and you'll see the fleas just rinsing out, just coming out. They don't like the smell. and we leave the shampoo for 5 minutes on the dog, and then we rinse out. Or if it's a cat that doesn't want to get near water, then we use the powder. So we're not putting any more poison in our environment and in our skin. So we can do the flea shampoo and the lice shampoo. Oh, lice. Yeah, because we're talking fleas here, not lice. So lice, which is for folks, for children, uh, lavender repel lice. So the same thing we did for the dog for the fleas, we do for the lavender. 10 drops per ounce of any of your shampoo. Shampoo your children to prevent any lice infestation. If they do have lice, then you leave the shampoo for 5 minutes in their hair and then uh, rinse it away. Because lice shampoo, ingredients found in lice shampoo such as lindane, which when inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin, cause vomiting, diarrhea, convulsions, circulatory collapse. And it may cause liver damage, stillbirth, birth defect, and cancer. It's good to have an option. Remember, we're talking about cumulative damage. I'll let you read car wash and polish, tar bug remover, aromatherapy candles. This is a good one. We all want to get into the aromatherapy candle thing and bring nice aromas into our environment without realizing that a candle with a wire wick with a wire surrounding the wick, that wire is lead and diffuses lead at amounts dangerous to health with many symptoms. And if it has plastic in the wick, now we're burning vinyl chloride. And if we blow out the candle and it happens to be a paraffin candle, now we have paraffin gases accumulating in our environment, which are a well-known carcinogen. So more chemicals thrown into our environment besides the bleach, besides the ammonia, besides the insecticides. You're getting a picture now of what we have in indoor environment. By the way, exposure to lead is insomnia, facial pallor, anorexia, weight loss, malnutrition, constipation, abdominal pain, colic, anemia, tremors, paralysis of wrists, ankles, kidney disease, irritations of eyes, and hypertension. And how many of us that want to meditate, want to find peace, go home and light up a bunch of candles? If you want to be safe with the candles, it has to be either beeswax or soy candles. And it has to be a cotton wick. Now, the aromatherapy oils that are used in those candles are not the real plant essential oils. You don't want to use the real plant essential oils in those candles because when you burn them, you burn the therapeutic properties. So, any of these candles, I can assure you, they have the petrochemical fragrance. So, the best thing is to put in a few drops of your plant essential oils on the top of the candle around it. So, as the heat takes it out, you get the aroma. You're still cooking the therapeutic properties, but it's better than toxic chemicals in your environment. Then we have particle board. I'll let you read that. And then we have a favorite here. This is the chemical that's found in newborns. There's a chemical that's all over us. It's a non-sticky cooking pans and utensils. The Teflon, quote, chemical is called PFOA and sometimes C8. PFOA has been reported to be in nearly everyone's blood, but just how it got there remains a mystery. According to Jennifer Seed, PhD, EPA, and Chief of Pollution Prevention and Toxic and the Risk Assessment Division of the existing Chemical Assessment Branch, quote, PFOA is present in most people's blood in this country and beyond. It's even in wildlife. Seed said, quote, we have absolutely no understanding at this point how it got there. It's like a fairy dust, unquote. The Science Advisory Board from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has determined PFOA to be a cancer-causing agent in humans. The Teflon flu, which is another immediate health problem caused by Teflon according to the Environmental Working Group. Cooking with Teflon can make a person sick with a temporary flu if a non-toxic pan gets overheated. Quote, it feels like the flu with headaches, chills, backache, and temperature between 100 and 104 degrees. So, Our recommendation, based on this fact, is to throw away your Teflon coating and exchange it with stainless steel, or else you want these chemicals in all the food and the family and your pets and so forth. It's another way of reducing chemicals in your environment. Then we have talc, found in the list of chemical published by the FDA known to cause cancer. Talcum powders found in disposable gloves and condoms. Talc has a chemical composition similar to asbestos, a well-known carcinogen, with a zero safety level of exposure. Those with illnesses, pregnant, breastfeeding, or with family history of cancer should be advised not to use products containing talc. Instead, they should replace powder with pure cornstarch and or arrowroot powder, as you will see in our blending videos, making non-toxic products. Even baby powder that says cornstarch, when you turn it around, it has talc. So it's important that we bring this information to those who have a baby, to those who use body powders. And it's easy to exchange. And you will see more in the blending videos. Now we have disposable diapers made from plastic and synthetic fibers, which has been a cause of complaint made to the Federal Consumer Protection Agency. Complaints include chemical burns, nauseous chemical fumes, insecticide odors, and chemical dyes staining the baby's skin. In addition, dioxins at 90 parts per trillion are found in disposable diapers made from bleached white paper. Dioxins have been found to be carcinogenic, causing birth defect, liver damage, and immune system suppression. Now, using 100% cotton cloth diapers with natural fiber diapers cover is a safe and recommended format. And we have seen the difference. Petrochemical. Synthetic and semi-synthetic fabrics are treated with chemicals known to diffuse toxic gases throughout the life of the fabric. Harmful materials include dyes, formaldehyde, pesticide, and PVC vinyl chloride. These are just some of the health hazards and chemicals found in synthetic fabrics. These chemicals have been associated with a list of conditions: respiratory complication, immune depletion, cancer, insomnia, and headaches, just to name a few. Anyone experiencing any of the above symptoms should become aware of exposures and change to natural fabrics. Now, on a side note, there was a case where someone many years ago called me, that is visiting here, and called me because they wanted to have a consultation. So the problem is that they're coming from Brazil, and they have a sore on the butt. He has a sore on the butt that has not closed, and he's coming here to see some specialist, wound care specialist. And while he's in town, somebody told him to call me to see what we're able to offer. So the first question that we ask: do you wear synthetic underwear? And the answer was yes. So we made an appointment, and then I asked him to change to cotton underwear, and he did. 2 days later, he called me to cancel the appointment because his sore closed. And that's how fast this happened. So you take this information to those who have a skin cancer that is following everything that the doctors say: wear long sleeve shirts, don't be exposed. And if you see somebody wearing a long sleeve shirt that has a skin cancer, you can be sure that they're always itching, because their sores will never close. Because again, this is real. The petrochemical fabrics diffuse chemicals for the life of the fabric. So what do we use? Cotton, silk, linen, and in combination, we began to reduce the use of petrochemical fabrics. Now, this doesn't mean that you throw away everything that is synthetic. This means that you begin to buy things that are not synthetic and begin to restock your clothes, your closet. Not a big thing if your skin is fine, and you're fine. A big thing if you have skin problems. Now let's imagine a chemical cocktail diffused with the use of any of the above chemicals or other chemicals we or others bring inside our home and or our workplace. It becomes very clear why many of us have asthma, allergies, insomnia, headaches, anxiety, fatigue, flu-like symptoms, dermatitis, dizziness, cancer, and the list goes on with chemical exposures. Common illnesses and possible environmental causes. Asthma. There are many known environmental causes for this ailment. One is polyvinyl chloride, PVC, used in indoor flooring and wall covering. In a study published in the American Journal of Public Health, concluded that a child's risk of bronchial obstruction was related to the presence of PVC flooring in his or her home. Dr. Johnny Jakoda with the National Institute of Public Health in Oslo, Norway, concluded the same concern with plasticides emitted by PVC products, that it could increase risk of respiratory symptoms in young children and inflammation of airways to all occupants. So we're going to look for this chemical when a child has been diagnosed with asthma or any respiratory problem, or even an adult. Breast cancer. There are many chemicals known or suspected of causing cancer in our environment. We will list a few that have been associated with breast cancer. Dioxin and a chloride byproducts enter the food chain and can accumulate in humans over a lifetime. The EPA has also linked exposure to dioxin to a variety of health problems, to include diabetes, developmental problems, and irregularity in the immune system. The chemical is also found, but not limited to, dairy products, breast milk, and underarm deodorants. Every day we put it on lymph nodes. Whatever we place in our lymph nodes under the arm goes to the lymph nodes, and it takes them to the upper area of the breast, where where the tumors are formed. There are also occupational hazards, as reported in the American Journal of Public Health and the Journal of the American Public Health Association. The list of job classification associated with excess risk are pharmacists, teachers in theoretical subjects, schoolmasters, system analysis programmers, telephone operators, office telephone operators, telegraph and radio operator, metal platters and coders, hairdressers and beautician. For this, you can go to the occupational hazard page. So when you're doing a consultation with someone and you ask them, what kind of job have you done or are you doing, you can check the risk of that occupation. Very helpful to determine chemical exposure. Nerve damage. The chemical solvent is hexene, found in some cleaning products, especially car engine degreasers and car cleaning products that come in spray cans, spray paints, coating, silicone, and other products, can cause nerve damage, according to a study by the Health Department of California. So we're going to check for that in someone that has been exposed to those chemicals. Headaches. Acetone, benzene, benzyl chloride, vinyl chloride, and about 500 more chemicals are known or suspected of causing headaches are found in numerous home and personal products. Today's meds, many of us are taught to depend solely on scientific proven method for our health care and maintenance, and so many of us do exactly that. Science derived from the Latin word scientia, meaning knowledge. In its broadest sense, science is any systematic knowledge base or prospective practice that is capable of resulting in a predictable type of outcome. But is science the ultimate truth? Can scientific predictions or predictable outcome go wrong? What is the best approach to healthcare? What have we learned when the scientific validation that we trusted for healthcare proved to be harmful and fails? Every year, new drugs are released to the public after scientific data supports their efficiency and safety. And every year, drugs that were validated for use and deemed safe are removed from public use, because in actual practice, the risk associated with their use outweighs the benefits. This seems to be a recurring shortcoming in today's scientific ultimate truth, through answering the first and second question above. But many of us are learning is that we need to always strive for the best non-toxic approach to health, meaning the practice of complementary alternative medicine, and also meaning the use of plant medicine, which have been proven by time and anecdotal information, 28 years of PBCAM practice and growing scientific research, to be effective with many of today's ailments without debilitating side effects. This for some serves to answer the last two questions. Those people who are dependent exclusively on synthetic validated medication for their health care and all practice are missing a very healthy, non-invasive, affordable, natural path to health. After all, just because anecdotal information is not scientifically validated, it doesn't mean it does not work. To think this is the most unscientific thought. Let's look at some of the headlines. On July 21st, 2010, the New York Times news service reported on the death toll by prescription drugs of the resident of Harris County, Texas. Their report added a shockingly clear picture to the report card of the effects of many of our medications. They reported 1,200 deaths by prescription drugs in Harris County alone since 2006. They further stated, quote, death tolls doesn't include hundreds of others who crashed cars, fell and committed suicide all across southeast Texas and into Louisiana while under the influence of medicines they obtained from their doctor. In addition, the growing body count prompted Houston-based drug enforcement officials to declare that prescription drug abuse represent a substantial threat to the entire state. The growing death rate prompted Houston-based drug enforcement officials to declare to the entire state, referring to it as, quote, the casualty in the deadly American drug war in which dealers are often doctors and pharmaceutical companies rather than narcotic cartels. In their book, Death by Modern Medicine, page 321 322, Dr. Caroline Dean, MD, ND, and Alyssa Menninger compiled the figures for all of us to see. The number of annual deaths from modern medicine speak for themselves and are as follows. Hospital adverse reaction, 106,000 deaths a year. Medical error, 98,000 deaths a year. Bed sores, 115,000 deaths a year. Infections, 88,000 deaths a year. Death by malnutrition, 108,800 deaths a year. Outpatient adverse reaction, 199,000 deaths. Unnecessary procedure, 37,136 deaths. Surgery-related, 32,000. The total annual death by modern medicine is 783,936. That's 783,936 people die an average a year with the use of modern medicine. PBCAM practitioner consultant can offer effective options without debilitating effect. The therapeutic properties of medicinal plants in the form of essential oils, herbs, and foods are not just limited to the treatment of acid reflux, headaches, pain management, insomnia, sinus and cold, inflammation, energy alert, herpes sores, stress, emotions, and more, as we will learn in the advanced blending session of this program. We now end audio number 2 of level 1.